Hi, today we're going to be talking about when your friends and family think your partner is so generous and amazing, but you see it as something else. How do you voice this without sounding ungrateful for the gifts he buys you? But are they really for you? They say you're so lucky, you've hit the jackpot, he's fantastic, he's so generous, what more could you want? But deep down you're wondering, does he even know me? Does he even care? Because these expensive gift gestures are more about him boosting his own ego and less about thinking of you and being generous and kind. When your partner showers you with expensive gifts, but those gifts aren't really your style and you wouldn't have picked them out for yourself, but things you have said you'd like he hasn't seemed to have listened to or heard, you're beginning to realize that these gifts are totally about him and how the purchases make him feel good and get him the praise and attention he needs. Your friends gush over how generous he is, how lucky you are, how fantastic he is. But you've got to know him well enough to know that his expensive gift gestures are all about him boosting his ego and not about caring about you and your needs. You feel like you can't say anything because it will make you look bad and ungrateful and spoiled, and so you just smile and you accept the gifts and you go along with it. Maybe you've even hinted that you don't really like the gifts or you don't need anything, but he's insistent. He continues to shower you with gifts and he wants to show off how generous he is. You can't help suspecting he's really saying with the gifts to you and everyone, look what a great boyfriend I am. This is definitely not about you at all and is all about him. Make no mistake here. You're not wrong for feeling his motive isn't about making you happy. It makes you question, does he know me at all? Or does he actually even care? You're starting to doubt he does in your head. Are these gifts sweeteners for bad behavior? Does he think the gifts give him a pass for other less desirable behaviors? Some people are very crafty and think they're clever, but in reality they're being manipulative and making it difficult for you to voice any unhappiness with them. After all, didn't they spend a lot of money buying you lovely gifts, and here you are suggesting their behavior hasn't been great in certain things? How dare you, they say, you're so ungrateful. They know they're putting you on the back foot and you know it too. Coercion, manipulation, control, right? Or is this just his love language? How do you know? And maybe you've tried to talk to him about it. But every time you try to tell him that you don't really like the expensive gifts and you'd rather have something else, maybe an experience together, something you both share and make some lovely memories. He just doesn't seem to get it, and so you just stay quiet and you accept the gifts and you go along with it. Isn't this what most people want? A generous partner who buys wonderful presents for you. So why is it making you feel so uncomfortable? And this isn't what it seems on the surface. You're wondering, what do I do? Can you change this? Well, maybe you can. Maybe if you talk to him again, he may be willing to listen. If not, then you're dating someone who is very egotistical and it's unlikely that he's going to change. And perhaps you should consider moving on and finding someone who is less about the show and more about you. This type of person is actually selfish, but is disguising it as being generous. This is purely about themselves. They're using the gifts to manipulate you and at the same time boost their own inflated ego to new heights whilst weaponizing the presents they give to control you into being and doing what they want for their own gains. You need to question if this is really the type of person you want to be with. Small gestures like running you a bath, making you a coffee, making dinner, or buying you cake because he knows it's your favorite means so much more than an expensive gift that you never wanted anyway. It truly shows someone who cares about you and knows what you like and enjoy. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you'll take a minute and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. If there's anything you'd like me to cover in a video, please comment below on your thoughts and ideas. Please join me in the next one.